You never ever, well, look at me. You never judge a book by the cover, right?
Yeah.
So when I gave JuLion the Peacemaker Shafur album, which is 10 years old now, I can't even believe that.
That's it? Wow. That's right.
Sunray, you're on that too.
Yeah.
I
guess
I was expecting, yeah, exactly. This guy was around.
How old were you?
I've been 22 at the time.
Woohoo!
Okay.
I was expecting one of the more straight-ahead reggae tunes to be your favorite, right? Like I thought. Yeah. No, sir. The Scottish murder ballad, my love.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that.
Yes.
From
Yes.
the 1700s.
Yes.
Matty Groves.
Yo, I got it on my iPad.
On his knees and now, who do you like the best of us, your dead Matty Groves or me? And then I spoke his own dear wife and never heard to speak so free. I'd rather a kiss from dead Matty's lips than you, your finery. He struck his wife right through the heart and he pinned her against the wall. Well, a great love down the crowd to put these lovers in. But Mary, my lady, at the top, 'cause she doesn't know it.
Okay. Yo, don't stop flimbing. Don't stop flimbing. That's why I love Matty Groves. Because first of all, I'm both like a reggae thing with some Scottish thing. I never really could figure out but the story.
Yeah, it's heavy.
The little man went and serviced the rich man's wife, and he buried her above him because she was of noble.
Still killed her. Still killed her.
Domestic abuse, still pinned her against a wall.
Yeah.
But bury her on top.
Yeah,
because she's noble.
She's noble. He's not.
Reggie, that chop there, thank you. No, so I won't say nothing. You know, whatever you want to do. We're gonna have a discussion, but I kind of want to have more fun.
Hey, that's all good. It's all good.
No worries.
We're having fun, man.
Yeah.
So Dr. Wilson can talk about things. You teach again at Guelph University. What again?
Guelph. The name of the course is Across the Black Atlantic, and it's about Jamaican migration to Toronto in the 70s. And the book on it is coming out next year. So, and this man have been interviewed for hours, and they're quoted throughout.
Nice. Cool.
King Alpha's song "In a Strange Land," the golden age of Canadian reggae. It's called.
Right.
UBC Press.
So you see, that's why it is good and a blessing to have the man get his doctorate, I guess, right? That's what you call your doctorate
Yes.
now? Okay, thank you. So just a check, you know. I'm not want to get it wrong still. But now, so you're teaching about the history of the migration of the Jamaica to Canada. And then you yourself, the reason why you can talk openly on this is because you served many hours within the circle.
Yeah.
So, as a youth now, you know what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
So, all right, we stop talking. Tell them about that.
Well, I mean, it's
How old were you?
when I started playing reggae, I was 9.
And what instrument? Keys?
Keys, organ. We had an organ in the house.
Okay, cool.
So
and
it's almost
9 years
4
old.
years.
You were playing reggae. What age were you sneaking you into the band?
14.
14 years old.
I played my first nightclub gig with Messenger. I was the keyboard player that night because the keyboard player had to play bass that night. So I was playing keyboard at 14 at what was the name of that place? In on the Park.
In on the park.
Yeah.
And Leslie and
Eglinton and something.
Yo.
And they had to keep me upstairs because the law was I could play, I could perform for money, but I couldn't sit in the bar. So I'd come up for the set, and then they'd put me up in the office for like the break, and then they'd bring me back down. And that was my first gig, man. My first real gig.
That to me, that's hot. So now, when did you get introduced to Jackie?
About 3 years after that. So my cousin's in UB40, and I found that out when I was about 12. And he's been since then very supportive, but he's like, you know, Jackie Matu, he lives in Toronto, man. You check him out. Yeah, check him out. Tell him I told you. Yeah, I'm gonna cold call Jackie Matu, right? But I did. And so we record. I've got the honor and also the sad honor, I suppose, of having the last real recording with Jackie before he passed away. So yeah, no, he took me under his wing for 2 years and showed me lots and lots of things. And he actually, when Jackie Matu came into the room, and I was, okay, I'm going to show Jackie. I know reggae. I've been playing for 7 years now. You know? So I'm like, and Jackie came behind me, didn't say a word, and grabbed my elbows and did this. I'm like, oh, that's better. Instantly, in 5 seconds, he made me a better keyboard player.
That's cool.
Before we did anything, before we did a thing.
What was the before again? Sorry.
I was just wildly like flailing and like trying to be big, but he just did.
No. So, alright. So I'm sure you're the inside piece,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But I'm sure you're the bottom.
Oh, see, the thing is, what he did, and I begged him to show me, but at the time he had probably known his time on Earth wasn't too long, so I think at that point. But he apparently, maybe you saw him.
Yeah.
I never saw him do this, but apparently he would have empty bottles and do the shuffle and not drop the bottle. So the bottles would, if you get me, the bottles would be like on his hands and he'd be shuffling. I never saw it, but multiple people have told me that that's what happened. Now, he probably drank at least one of those two bottles.
Just to make sure they're right weight.
On his deathbed, he took my hand and said, Jason, is you me want play me in the TV movie when they make one about me? And I said, well, Jackie, remember, I'm 6'3", I'm much taller.
I know.
Otherwise, we're identical.
Identical, close, right? The family, we didn't know the difference, right?
Exactly.
But enough things I've been through in this Canadian reggae scene, and I have to big you up, a big up Sunray, and people like yourselves for coming and doing this. You know, because as you can tell,
it's a beautiful thing, man.
And you know, we have this gift of you. Like I love to show this off. Like I've been doing it for so many years because I like this. And at the end of the day, no matter how all the label thing goes, this is still what there will be. So if you've always supported me, there's almost nothing I can call you for that you don't show up for. Thank you. I know you travel the world to do music, reggae music outside of Toronto. What?
Britain is wicked. Britain is fantastic. I feel like in Britain, in the big cities like London and Birmingham, and even up in Scotland and Glasgow and places, there's been a culture of reggae since the late 50s, really. Like Jamaicans, that's what I mean, Jamaican music. Whereas here, it's younger, but it doesn't mean that's not impactful. But the thing is, with Toronto, my feeling is it's the GTA, and then it fades. Not to say there's not reggae fans there are, but it fades. Whereas Britain is kind of up and down the island. It's there, right?
Well, what allows Britain and so many other places in Europe to accept reggae the way they do? I mean, you could go to Poland, you could go to Serbia, Ukraine, places where they don't love so-called black folks. And reggae is played everywhere. So the spiritual, I find the frequency of that communication. You've experienced it in so many different places. And then even in your act, when you play for a lot of white people, you still drop your reggae in there.
I don't.
I know, you just play.
It's part of me, right? It's part of my. Everyone says,
what's the dumbest response is you?
Oh, well, I always get it, and I get it from a lot of white journalists, particularly Canadian white journalists, for whatever reason. So, and they slip it in. It can be really polite. And other times it's more straight ahead. It's like, so what's a white guy like you playing reggae music for? The worst one was...
Reggie,
it was I won't drop names because I don't like doing that, but it was a television interview, and the female host asked me, you've got such a great voice. Why reggae? And this is live television, so I had to breathe and say, well...
You didn't tell her about our mother.
I wanted to say there's so many wonderful hosts out there. Why you? But I never did.
You might see it now, though.
That's true. But I mean, there was no question. I didn't wake up. The thing about me is I didn't wake up and say, I'm going to try reggae today. I did wake up and say, I'm going to try jazz and other stuff. And even Scottish folk music, which wasn't really, it was played around me, but it wasn't like, I didn't need to play that. I needed to play reggae. And now I'm taking those little things from everywhere and putting them in my reggae. So I can't even explain what made you chill. I don't know. I have no idea.
Best story for me. I gotta tell it quick because I want to hear my music again. So I used to host a thing at Indian Motorcycle back in the day. Everybody played. It was so cool. It was Thursday nights, and the place was full on a Thursday night in the city of Toronto. It was awesome. So my friends are there, and I work with 4 Jamaican dudes, and they're standing around, and the band's setting up, and it's like 6 white dudes on stage.
And we had Clark on drums. That was it. We was Jamaican. That was it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but nobody noticed the drummer.
Yeah.
And then, but what they did notice was the guy on bass was playing a standing bass. And everybody kind of knows what Ichabod Crane looks like. That's who he looks like. So my brethren are like, yo, what a reggae band there? I'm like, that's them. And they're like, no, man, listen, we're leaving. I'm like, no. Hang on. I said, all right. So they said, me have a little budget. So me said, I'm going to buy this rum and drinks for you. Okay? You stay through the first couple of songs. And then if you like it, you stay. If not, you leave. But if you stay, you have to buy me and my crew drinks whole night. So Jason gets on and he starts to play this jazz thing he does, you know, to lead into the set, because he wants to piss everybody off, because he knows they're here for reggae music, and he plays jazz anyway, and some fucking obscure shit. And then at one point he says, bum, 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 bum. Jesus Christ, what's that? If you want to see the people, my brethren bought beer woman.
And my CDs.
And
They bought all my
they
CDs.
bought the album.
That's right.
I win.
Just because of that.